Atlanta cabbie by day, amateur auto duelist by night, Ricky Turner is living the dream. That is, until he wakes up in a Gold Cross facility to discover his last match was more than a failure. It was a fatality. Indebted for the cost of the clone body and reboot, Ricky heads back to the arena to do the one thing he knows how to do: drive offensively. But at the rate amateur matches pay out, it'll take several lifetimes to pay his debt. Luckily, the AADA has announced a new nationwide road rally designed to challenge even the hardiest of auto-dueling teams. Dead Man's Run. Can Ricky and his clandestine crew traverse the wasteland from Atlanta to Sturgis, survive against packs of cannibals, roving biker gangs, and amateur auto-duelists out to make a name for themselves? Welcome to the world of the Car Warriors Auto Duel Chronicles. Tales from the freeways of the future, where the right-of-way goes to the biggest guns and death sports rule the airwaves. From clandestine highway battles to primetime arena combat, jump behind the wheel, follow the fast-paced action, and never forget to drive offensively.
Wow. Okay, so I'm sitting there talking like an idiot with my mic muted. Ain't that lovely? Wait, where's Maya at? She's not yelling at me yet. Okay, so start this over again. So this past weekend we had LibertyCon. It was an amazing weekend, tiring weekend. I mean, we set up in, I think, record time, got everything tore down in record time. But there was a lot of good stuff happening this year. More people at Liberty than I've ever seen. Probably 1,000, 1,200 people, something like that. A lot of folks that I'd seen at other conventions coming in, and they're getting to witness what LibertyCon is for the first time, and they're hooked. You know, Heather is the first one to come off the top of my head I can think of that she was just absolutely beside herself. She rolled in there and ended up getting put on a panel. Lots of good panels this time around. We had all kind of fun. The trailer park panel was a surprise again. We had 30, 35 people show up first panel of the con on Friday, and it's like, wow. That many people are enjoying the trailer park series that we're doing. Trailer Park 3 deadline is in a few days. If you're going to submit. We're absolutely doing Trailer Park 4. I just haven't figured it out yet. I did not load Trailer Park 3's. Yeah, I'll do it later. I didn't load Trailer Park 3's cover art. I showed it off at LibertyCon this year at the Three Ravens panel. The one thing it's hard to explain. LibertyCon is a family reunion. It really is. I've been going since 2017, and it's one huge fandom family. So many people you get to see once a year, maybe a few times a year, depending on where you're at and what conventions you're going to. But you miss them. You miss hanging out with your buddies. You miss hanging out with your family. You pick up right where you left off, the previous year. We've got a couple of new addicts. We brought a couple of conversions. This was their first convention. They're hooked on it. They want to go again. They've already volunteered. They've become staff. That's one of the curses. You volunteer and become staff a lot of times, but it's okay. Game room was jumping. I started playing Terraforming Mars on Sunday at the Dead Dog, and I was just wiped. I sat down, I stopped moving, and exhaustion hit, and I had to call it a night and come on to the house. I think one of the most powerful bits for me was the last panel we did, the Three Ravens, What's New with Three Ravens panel. Had a little technical difficulties, and that's okay. We figured it out, we won it, and got it done. I kind of rushed through the presentation I'd prepared, but the presentation wasn't as important as giving these out to the authors that earned them. So I got to call them up front and center, give them the coin. Had a couple grown men tearing up. That's all good. So, rules. If you want to earn a Three Ravens coin, write me a novel. Repub, okay, we'll do that. But you don't get it until LibertyCon. Now, if you don't make a LibertyCon or you live out of country, understand. It's all good. LibertyCon's when I distribute for the next year. So from this point forward, anything that gets published this year, you get it at LibertyCon or after. And then we'll start mailing out for those that can't make it because, you know, you live in New Zealand or something. Fjorder, you're one of those. It's what I wanted it to be. It's a goal for people to hit. It's something beautiful for them to aim for. It means something, you know, just as much as my challenge coin that I've carried in my pocket since '95. So we're doing good things. Now, beyond that, you know, we had the Three Ravens stable set up. It was awesome. New layout, worked well. We sold out of Trailer Park. We almost sold out of my new novel for Car Wars. Oh, Jonas popped into the chat. Yes, they are very stellar coins. I got to figure out what's going on here. It's still not working on this side. So something's up with StreamYard. It's not linking, it looks like. So I'll have to look into that. We just, it's hard to describe. I mean, it's all a blur at this point. Lots of alcohol, you know, room parties. We had a launch party for this bad boy. The first book in the Car Warriors universe, based on Steve Jackson Games' Car Wars. People were loving it. I had people buying this thing Saturday morning, and they're coming to me early evening. And, oh, I already finished it. Where's the next one? And I'm like, dude, it took me 2 months to write it, and you're done in a few hours. This ain't fair. But the reports that I'm getting back is it's fast paced. The action's packed in there, good character building. People are loving it. And the main point is it's paying homage to the Car Wars universe. So I'm hitting the points. That's good. I absolutely worry whether I do a good job or not. So it looks like I am. People are liking it. I don't think that many people's going to lie to me because we only had like 5 copies left on the table after we took 20, I think. So that's good. We're going to go ahead and shoot the moon. This qualifies for the Dragon Awards this year. Now, I know I already put out for our science fiction. I'm guessing that's where it would best be suited for. I think that's where it would be best, would be on the science fiction doc. But we're going to push it because why not? What we got to lose? Steve Jackson Games is going to put it out to their people in an Illuminator post today or tomorrow, I think it was. Science fiction novel, alt history, horror, science fiction. Okay, so yeah, science fiction novel. Give this a Dragon Con vote. Burning Roads, William Joseph Roberts, for science fiction. We're going to try to shoot the moon and see if we can't push this thing to the awards. Because why the hell not? We're going to be there. I'm going to have a whole bunch of copies of Dragon Con. We're going to be playing Car Wars. And let's see if we can't do something. Let's see how this whole social media thing works. And if it doesn't work by word of mouth and community that we're trying to build. So if you haven't voted, go vote. You can find a link over on the sidebar of the Three Ravens page. Or if you already know where to go and you haven't cast your vote, then please go do it. Promise David. He's pushing this. I was already pushing it for him to give him a little hand. Cat Magic by David Shear. This is a damn good game. Fun game. He's got play mats and stuff like that available too. Give this thing a push if you haven't voted for the game this year. But you're going to see more of this. You're going to see a lot more of this. Steve loved this one. The next one, I have no doubt that he's going to enjoy. And we're going to be putting out a lot of these novels. They're going to be fun. They're going to be fast-paced. You're not going to have to think. You're just going to drop into the action and roll right with the characters. But that's what we want, isn't it? Now, other than that, I'll probably say something about that again here in a minute. I did pick up a few books. I didn't pick up nowhere near what I normally do. Because I usually come home with a whole box full of books. But, Mama had to cash. And she was running the table. So I let her do her thing. Speaking of the table. How cool is that? How absolutely freaking cool. It's a chunk. But I got to publish Robert Silverberg. Maybe a repub, but still. He trusted me enough to put that up on Three Ravens. And it looked pretty sitting up on that table. I got a couple more that he sent me. I got to go through them and see about repubbing them for him, putting them back out in the world because they're not actually on the market in print form. And he likes real book form. So I'm going to help grandfather of science fiction put his stuff back out there in real form. But what I picked up, went over and talked with Jim Beal and his wife. Oh, wait, we got more people popping in. Law Dog says, hey, all right, Law Dog. Oh, there's Maya. See, I'm watching over here on Facebook because it's not working on StreamYard, and I got to holler at him and figure out what's going on. So I went over to Jim Beal's table. Him and his wife, they got this little traveling bookstore. Picked up these guys. I fell in love with the Mac Bowen books. Now that I know that men's action adventure is actually a thing, I'm looking for more of it because I enjoyed it. And I sat down and I read it like, holy shit, this is good. But they told me that these were the equivalent, only sci-fi. So I'm going to give these guys a try. Pick them up for a few dollars. See what they're like. I think these were 76 with the dates on them. 73. Okay, so 1973 edition. Yeah, the paper, it's that old rough paper. It smells right. Oh, can't go wrong with that. But we'll see how those are. And then something I meant to pick up a couple of years ago, and I think there was a death in the family. I don't remember. It's been a little bit. Mr. James Young had put out a book about aircraft featuring the F-15, and all of y'all have been around long enough know that I crewed F-15s my whole career in service. I'm looking forward to digging into this thing. He said it was basically his dissertation. So I'm guessing it's all nonfiction, but it's okay because I love aircraft. I love anything to do about aircraft. And me being a little bit of a gearhead, this is going just to add into everything else that I'm creating and writing. Knowledge is power, right? So if you like aircraft, go check out James Young over on Amazon or anywhere you can get books. I'm not sure exactly where he's got it put up. See what you think. Cover's pretty as hell. And pretty birds. Oh, he's got some F4s in the background there too. And they F-111. Yeah. Other than that, it's just time to recuperate. You just press buttons and end up here, Dave. Okay. Oh, hey, Dave. Since you're in the audience, I've already pitched this to the Page to Stage contest at DragonCon. There might be people dressing up as you and Ricky and Buster. So you guys, can you see Buster? Yeah, right there. I don't have the Buster we had on the table up here. So it'd be interesting to see if people are going to dress up as the characters. And Stitches, who I based on Irene from Steve Jackson Games. She's now the new line editor for Car Wars. She's so proud of that. And they stopped over last night for sketty dinner here at the house. Had a little crew with them. So Steve, Irene, Misty from the game room, Phil and Heather and their oldest hung out, had community, had good food, played some games, shot the shit, talked a bit. I pitched a couple of game ideas I had at Steve. But initiated Irene into the clan. And for all y'all have been around long enough, you know exactly what that means. And I'm not going to give it away. You got to be here at the house for that. But it was fun. And we talked, we talked a lot about Car Wars and where we're going with it and all that. And I'm getting ready to set up the Kickstarter. I got to wrap it up. I got feedback from Kevin Anderson, Dean Wesley Smith, a couple others, Nick Thacker. You've been drinking already, dude? All right. If you want to come, yeah, come to DragonCon, man. I'm in somebody else's room, so I got no bunk for you. That made me lose my train of thought. Oh, Kickstarter. So yeah, I'm setting up a Kickstarter for the Car Warriors universe. That way I can go ahead and get cover art early, get editing help to help move this project along, because this is going to be a beast of a project. And with me and the Word Witch doing the lion's share, it just slows down things. I want to get up to where we're absolutely covering 1/4 for Car Wars alone, not counting the other things that we're still trying to put out, because we got other titles coming in. There's going to be special swag. I'm going to do coins, shirts. There's going to be opportunities if you want to be Tuckerized. There's different levels of Tuckerization that I'm going to be doing. Not just in mine, but we'll make it available. So, I'll talk to the other authors, see who wants to do a Tuckerization. We'll create characters, whether it's a red shirt, it's a secondary character that's recurring. There's even going to be an option if you want to have a story based around your character and written about your character. We'll create that. It'll probably be me doing it, just so I don't have to put the work on anybody else, but I'm that glutton for punishment too, Squirrel. Yes, squirrel. So look forward to that. Once I get this one absolutely figured out and finalized, and I'm going to be looking at doing it for the JTF universe for the same kind of thing. Help get some swag for the universe, for the fans. Get a little extra help when it comes down to getting the cover art and the editing up front, so there's cash in the coffers to work with, because going to these cons is not cheap. It's a tough balance, but I want to keep putting out good work, putting out content that people are loving, but also got to go and see folks and meet folks, talk to them. And I really think the swag means something, especially if I can get the challenge coins for the stuff. We've been talking a little bit about special promo packs of cards for, like, Dave and Ricky and Buster, maybe a model. I'm going to model up Sally and send it to them, and they can do whatever they want with it. A couple other cards that are in my series. So that's going to be available, and we'll see. I don't know if I'll put it on ours or if Steve will do something on their side, but get a little something to give back to the fans. Let them have the opportunity to have something, and they can sit down, play with the characters, play with the vehicle, and just go through it and have some fun. I know on this one, and Dave Hensley's, he's the next one in line. The arena battles that he did, they're well written. They're easy enough to follow, so you can set up your own game and just roll with it. in here. You got tag, you got aces and eights. There's a couple of different arena battles that you can easily set it up and play with your friends. And who doesn't want to play with something from a series? If you ever played Star Trek or Star Wars RPGs, who did you want to be? I wanted the Millennium Falcon. I wanted to be Han Solo, or I wanted to command the Enterprise. So same kind of thing, same kind of concept. I get it. I'm a nerd too. I'm a fan. So we're going to try to see if we can't do some of that kind of stuff and get it out there for everybody. But yeah. I ain't sending you nothing, Nick, you mouthy little pup. I need to talk to your daddy again. I'll holler at him, tell him you're mouthing off. That's Nick Steverson I'm hollering at. So yeah, if y'all haven't burned your vote already on sci-fi, push this. Nothing else, push this video out. Give me a boost. Let's see if we can get this up for a Dragon Award. We got what, a few days. Shits and giggles. I want to see if we can't shoot the moon and do it. So signal boost this thing. Give me a vote. Science fiction, novel, Car Warriors, or Burning Roads, Dead Man's Run. Part of the Car Warriors Auto Duel Chronicles universe. Let's see what we can do with this thing. That's about all. So what about Rip and Van are coming? Me and Chris are talking November. We're disappearing to get that kickback off so we can write those 2 novels and be done with them. I know we let it linger, but cancer happens, man. Both of us had a couple of rough years there. But we got to get those in there and wrap up those series because I don't want it to linger. So yeah, that's about all I got, y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Yes, where's my button at? Shut up, Maya. I know you're going to say something. Y'all have a good one. I will catch y'all later. Give us a vote. Oh, wait. Just cause. There's for David Shear. Give him a vote on the game if you hadn't done it already. Toss that out for our science fiction. I'll see y'all later. Button.
Atlanta cabbie by day, amateur auto duelist by night. Ricky Turner is living the dream. That is, until he wakes up in a Gold Cross facility to discover his last match was more than a failure. It was a fatality. Indebted for the cost of the clone body and reboot, Ricky heads back to the arena to do the one thing he knows how to do: drive offensively. But at the rate amateur matches pay out, it'll take several lifetimes to pay his debt. Luckily, the AADA has announced a new nationwide road rally designed to challenge even the hardiest of auto-dueling teams. Dead Man's Run. Can Ricky and his clandestine crew traverse the wasteland from Atlanta to Sturgis, survive against packs of cannibals, roving biker gangs, and amateur auto-duelists out to make a name for themselves? Welcome to the world of the Car Warriors Auto Duel Chronicles. Tales from the freeways of the future, where the right-of-way goes to the biggest guns and death sports rule the airwaves. From clandestine highway battles to primetime arena combat, jump behind the wheel, follow the fast-paced action, and never forget to drive offensively.